All right, guys, today we're going to be watching Coastline between Faze and NIP in the grand finals of the Sweden Major. I want to talk about some of the things both these teams did that I thought were cool and that might help you become a better player, whether you play competitive or just want to win more of your ranked games. This is one of my favorite maps from the entire major because it was NIP's map pick and Faze just dominated on it, and it's so cool to watch. I hope you learned something and enjoy. So we got some pretty standard bans here. You know, Thatcher, Nomad. Nomad's really strong on Coastline. Valk's really strong on Coastline, especially because in this patch she can't throw her, she can still throw her cams outside in this. So Valk, big ban on this. Cade's a kind of newer ban to Coastline since the rework. With those exterior VIP walls, Cade's really strong now. But regardless of that, FaZe decide to run Maverick, which is kind of strange to me. Mav's good. I mean, he's got a good gun. He's got nades. But when the Cade's banned, there almost seems to not really be a need for Maverick on this map, in my opinion. But we'll see what FaZe does with it. One of the reasons LATAM is so strong, their attacks are so fluid yet unpredictable at the same time. They're always changing their attacks up, but they're always constantly working together, even though they're changing the attacks pretty much every round. You'll never see the same attack twice usually from the LATAM teams, and I think that's a big reason why they're so successful. So right here, you see Cyber drive his Twitch drone into Hookah, and I'm actually going to pause it real quick here. So you see the Mira on the wall. So NIP has a Mira set up right on this reinforcement right here. But instead of getting the Mira, they know that this ADS is protecting this player in Hookah. So he decides to Twitch drone the ADS instead of the Mira. And you're going to see why right now. And this is super sick. This is right off the start of the game. So the Wamai does get the Twitch drone. So the Twitch drone, the only thing Cyber got with the Twitch drone is that one ADS. But you have Cameraman here with the nades on Mav. So he pulls this pin. So this is a grenade that you guys can even use in your ranked games to kill this guy. So this guy is a very common player in ranked. You'll see this guy sitting on this wall a lot. In competitive, we usually call this the pirate wall. So if you see a guy, you can see that lineup that Cameraman just did. He sat under this balcony here. He's lined up with the pillar outside kitchen, like on the VIP balcony. He just aims right at this little ledge here, and he throws a nade, and it's a perfect grenade right into Hookah to kill that player. So that is just something that right off the first round, you can steal straight from the pros, straight from the best team in the world right now. You can take that grenade and just get free kills in your rank games if you know somebody's there. This is as easy as just pre-placing your drone outside the Hookah door. You just put a drone up here on the balcony outside the door. You drive it in, you see he's there, you open up the window and you throw this grenade. A lot of the time you can get a free kill doing that. This is another big point that just in general pro players do that I think that a lot of people should be doing in the ranked games. Every fight they take, like 70 to 80% of the fights they take, they're using utility while they're taking the fight. You can see the flashbang here that Souls throws out before he pushes. He's outside the door here. But then when he pushes, the smoke is fully blind as he pushes in. So it makes it so much easier and gives you such a huge advantage by just using your utility. Flashbangs are so strong. Grenades are so strong. Already 2 of the 3 kills they got this round were using utility on Julio and on Psycho. So Psycho was a grenade kill. Julio just got fully blinded by a flashbang. He stood no chance. So these 2 people were dead and stood no chance. 2 out of the 3 people that are dead already stood no chance. They couldn't even shoot back. They were instantly dead. So that's something that in ranked, most of the time, it's very, very gunfight heavy. It's, I'm going to push this guy. I'm holding this angle. I'm fighting this angle. I'm challenging this guy. But in the pro level play, at the highest level play, you see this so often where the people on defense or attack for that matter don't stand a chance in the fights that they actually get into. It all comes down to utility. So utility is so big in competitive. And that's why they're the best in the world. Getting that 90 cam with the Twitch drone is actually really strong because that 90 cam is really hard to shoot. So as you push up the hallway usually on the penthouse defense, weird nade, as you push up the hallway, it's tough to get down and actually shoot the cam because it's tucked under that ledge there. So getting that 90 cam with the Twitch drone is actually really big because that's a lot of info that the defenders lose. This is something super, super cool. So you see Muzi Oryx dash away from that wall. So with any other operator, you kind of be stuck on an island on that reinforcement with those head holes. It'd be tough to kind of get out of that position. So by having the Oryx play here, you can see Muzi dashes away across the holes once they open up the reinforcement. So that's really cool way to use Oryx, and that's one thing you don't see a lot, but it's something you could also incorporate, like putting yourself on an island like that, but then having the extra ability to get off of that island if you need it is pretty cool use of the Oryx there. You see the Aruni Gate there on the castle barricade, so that's just a way to kind of protect a castle. So that's a cool thing you can do in your ranked games as well, is just putting the Aruni Gates on top of the castles to protect them even more. You see that Oryx dash again, just so powerful. Wow. So at this point, 30 seconds left. NIP is in a 3v2. Faze doesn't really have any control because all their control the players with the control all died, Penthouse and Hall of Fame. So in theory, NIP should win this round with 15 seconds left. They have no control, they have no diffuser, and it's a 3v2 in favor of the defenders. But Julio whiffs. And there's 10 seconds. Even here, look at this. Sorry, on full screen. Look at this. There is 7 seconds left. We just saw Iana get on the rappel. The Twitch has 1 HP, and it's a 2 against 2 right now. There's 2 defenders, 2 attackers. The defenders should win this 10 out of 10 times. But because Twitch got the 90 cam earlier, he's able to walk up 90 without them knowing and get the double kill. Even if the player on white stayed alive, they didn't have diffuser, they wouldn't have been able to plant, so the white player ran away, the defender still would have won. But man, that was a crazy way to end that round. That was insane. This angle is nasty. That is a nasty angle, all the way from luggage to the Hall of Fame door. That's another angle you could use in your ranked games, honestly. Standing back, opening those walls, and playing back from luggage. If you do decide to go to Penthouse site, which Penthouse is a really good site now since the rework, so I would recommend going Penthouse. That's one thing you can take out of that. And secondly, that angle is nasty. So say you're on Penthouse, right? And you have the alibi. So you can use your bailiff to make the head holes in this wall, the head holes in this wall, and play that spot that Psycho was playing back here in by the luggage door. And then you can hold this angle with your 1.5. And then you could either put your shield here on the corner of 90 and make holes in this wall. And then you could have somebody playing behind the shield, like one of your teammates playing behind the shield to watch VIP. And that instantly you're just contesting the site with these long angles that people probably aren't even going to see in your ranked games. And anybody peeking Hall of Fame or pushing in from Hall of Fame, it doesn't matter if they're just standing here. They're not actually achieving anything. But once they finally decide to push in, that's when you can kill them off this long angle, which you saw Psycho do. I think he killed 2 people from there. There was a guy bathroom that he killed and a guy Hall of Fame that died from those angles. And then if you have another defender in the back of theater watching this way as well, like say you have this wall open, or he's even here watching through here, then you have all these different angles that these attackers have to face check and find you. And a lot of time they're not going to expect these. They may expect someone here, like looking towards it. They might expect someone here, or that guy in back of theater, but usually he's harder to find. Or maybe they'll look over here, but at that point they're already dead. So like these guys are just screwed if they're trying to just push in from this way. So this is a very defender-sided setup that super strong that you could use in ranked. All right, right here. So this is why Faze was not ready for this round. If there's anybody playing down this hallway on either side by the pink bar or by blue bar or in courtyard watching this way, or if there's a guy on white stairs watching lobby, and there's these holes here he has to worry about. So the fact that Cyber is just walking in here with all these angles he's exposed to, as well as bathroom, it's kind of crazy. So the defenders aren't really going to expect that. The reason why this makes sense that he is doing this, though, is because they have Astro pushing Sunrise at the same time. So the big factor of them winning this round here is actually Astro coming in and making sure that Cyber isn't being peeked from this hallway. And they have the drone in bathroom letting Cyber know that this area is clear. So if we know that this area is clear and Astro's down here contesting these guys as well, as long as they are watching white, they've probably already droned out lobby at this point, and they know that nobody's on the actual lobby stairs. They know one's security, but the security guy can't contest this. There's no angle the security player can get to actually contest Cyber unless he pushes out into lobby, but there's actually a player right behind him watching his back. So that means the only other option is courtyard, which they probably know is clear as well at this point. They've probably droned it at this point. Like Cyber's drone he lost earlier. But at this point, he's in bathroom. They don't know. And right away, boom, there's one kill. He gets a second kill. It's pretty much wraps on the round. And as soon as he's doing this, the other thing you notice is Astro is actually pushing behind. So Astro is actually the one that killed that player in the hallway. He came in from pink bar at the exact same time that Cyber is coming into bathroom to get a perfect collapse on these guys on the first floor. And that's the real strength of this attack, is that they're doing it at the exact same time to just wipe the defenders. So that's something you could even do in your ranked games. If you have a duo that you queue with, or like a stack that you play with, try to time stuff at the same time in order to pinch players out. So you can even count it down like 3, 2, 1, go. You go at the same time, you push at the same time. Adding that coordination to your attacks is going to be like really, really strong, especially because most people in ranked just don't even do that. So counting stuff down, if you are in a team, like even in a comp team, or just like a rank stack that you play with friends, working together and counting stuff down, huge, major factor. And that's something that I know that the LATAM teams and the Pro League teams are doing all the time. So yeah, try to incorporate into your rank games. Incorporating some of these things into your rank game, these pro level theories and just strategies and tactics, will just, you'll get exponentially better in such a short amount of time by just doing some of these things. The LATAM aggression, man. That's the thing. LATAM, when they first started playing, they were so aggressive all the time. They never slowed down. Now that they've kind of changed it up, though, they sometimes are really aggressive. Sometimes they play more passive. But when they are aggressive, they do tend to have a sort of strategy to it. But they can play strategy. They can play crazy gunfight. There's so many different styles that the LATAM teams can use. And I think that's one reason why their success is so high. You see Psycho spawn peek this round, which getting a little aggressive on teams that are playing really aggressive is a good way to slow them down. So that was a really smart move. You see him punch the window here and just kill the kitchen window player. So NIP is playing much more aggressive this round. They're starting closer to the walls, closer to the windows, getting aggressive right on the entries from Faze. So this is not only going to slow Faze down a lot, but they're going to get more drones, maybe get a couple kills like you see on Cameraman. So that way Faze is losing utility right away. And Faze won't have the control like they did the last round where they just ran in and took everything really fast. So getting aggressive and pressing the entries is really smart by NIP. And that's a good way to deal with like aggressive teams that you play against. If you have good, especially if you have good gun skill and you're confident in just like challenging the entries right from the start, Coastline's a good map to do that on. Souls is nasty. Gets 2 kills. Brings the number back. You see Cyber on the Twitch outside this front door every single round. He's always outside this front door working the lobby, and lobby control on Coastline is really huge. It's hard to get lobby control, but if you can get it, it's really, really powerful. So having Cyber outside lobby every round is kind of a unique thing. You don't see that too often, but he does a really good job of it. And I think, honestly, he's probably just practiced playing outside lobby over and over and has literally just mastered trying to get lobby control. So Cyber, 9-1 at this point. Looks like he knows what he's doing on lobby door. See, this is really big here. So you notice that, let me back it up. So you notice that this barricade on Aqua is still closed. So FaZe has a player in luggage, but they don't have anyone on this Aqua balcony. And if they did, this smoke player can't play here because this Aqua player would be looking into billiards. So just opening barricades like this one or the big window is going to help your team get more control. So what I like to do personally, when I'm solo queuing in a rank match, I like to kind of just travel around outside the building, opening a bunch of doors, a bunch of barricades, watching them for a little bit, seeing if anybody peeks it, if anybody tries to rebarricade it, Maybe look in through it to see if you can catch any people off guard, punch a barricade, look through it. You can do this a lot on Coastline. Like big window, punch it, see if you can kill anyone. Go to Aqua Balk, try the same thing. Try it on hookah window, try it on hookah door. You can go to the skylight. You can go to the VIP wall and make a punch hole. So kind of playing that rat style when you're solo queuing is going to be really strong. Faze obviously doing a full take here. Look at that. And that's what I'm talking about right there. You see Cyber on the window just shooting him in the back of the foot because they have that window open already. So that's how they killed the smoke, right? So that smoke player I was talking about, when I was saying somebody could go to big window or aqua balk, they go to big window and they shoot him in the back. So very, very nice rotation from Cyber there. So getting Cyber to rotate onto the backside, pinch the defenders where they're playing. Whereas if they all fed through luggage or fed through VIP hall, they would have just got smoked out. The Womidus were there. The defenders had cover. So getting the rotation onto the outside of the building and pinching those players that were playing there is what led FaZe to the round win in that case. This round is very, very cleanly executed by FaZe. So you see those drones that just came in about 10 seconds ago. Here, let me rewind it. Okay, so you see a drone. Fuck, I am fat fingering. So you see these drones right here. So this is a drone. This is a drone. You have a player outside the window here and a player outside mud. So this window's prepped already. You can see the barricades broken out. So FaZe is just getting the info this round. And this is a little different than what you usually see because they're both droning in rather than one entering and one droning. So they're figuring out just where the defenders are playing and how it's set up. So now that they have this info, they have this guy on hookah balk, this guy outside mud, this guy blue bar. So they're just going to try to go for a pinch on these Sunrise players. So rather than having that spread out approach they did last time where they left one guy over here and had the push lobby attack, they're just going to surround the defenders this time and work together to try and kill them. So then once they kill them, they have man advantage and they work from there to win the round. So as you can see, Astro is just sitting and waiting on this window. The first kill comes out. He hops in off of that kill. They get the trade. They get another kill. There was one down. So now FaZe has man advantage. And the reason that works so well is because Astro waited until the contact of his teammates to hop in the window. So as soon as he saw, boom, as soon as he hears the shots, cameraman dies. He's in the window getting the trade on the Couches player who is now down. And then not only that, but he's waiting for the other defenders to rotate out like you saw with that kitchen guy who swung out to get even more kills. So they got that kill. They got the Couches kill. They picked up another kill somewhere else. And boom, they have man advantage. They have lots of time. They're set up to win the round again. So that is another example of why LATAM is so strong. Just that timing, that countdown aspect, that 3, 2, 1, go. Playing off each other, playing as a team, getting the trades, getting the man advantage, and then using the man advantage to win the round. It's really simple when you think about it, because and right there, here's another great example. So because they have this man advantage, NIP just doesn't know. Muzi just doesn't even know he's outside service, and he loses life. It's a 1v3. This is practically unwinnable by Pino unless he hits some nasty shots, uses the C4 really well, but he has to retake site in a 3v1 on Coastline with all these holes. The attackers are spread out. It's tough to win that. If he wins it, it's huge for his team. But going down 5-1 is not a comfortable position to be in. There's that first kill, which is pretty nice. If he gets that second kill, honestly, he has a great chance of winning that because he would have the diffuser down if he kills souls there. But just not enough info and not enough teammates alive. That's all. So now you see FaZe on defense. So let's see the difference between NIP's attacks and FaZe attacks. NIP getting a mute drone real quick. Mute jammer. This bandit is actually super sick. The way FaZe uses bandit here. Bandit's very underused now with Cade being an option. But with that Cade ban, they decided to just run the bandit anyway. And I think that honestly screws over NIP a bit because they have no way to get those bandit jammers off. You see the bandit trick, so he actually gets the Hib pellets with the bandit. So not only that wastes time, but it gets rid of some of the pellets Hib has. So that's going to make it a lot harder for NIP to get in the building. You can see right away, though, the difference with Faze's defense versus NIP. So Faze is hard contesting the entries. You see Cyber literally playing with the Aqua Door already open, shooting any drones that come to the Aqua Balk. And now if an NIP player wants to repel the Aqua Balk, they just can't. They just can't do it because they have that player, because they have Cyber on the Alibi just contesting the doorway. If they try to drop the Balk, he's just going to kill them. He's going to hear them drop and pre-fire them. There's no cover out there. So Nip's kind of like, damn, we can't go Aqua. Well, we can't really go Hookah because they're bandit tricking. Well, we can't go VIP because we can't get the bandits off the wall. So NIP's in a really like tricky spot on this round. Now they're just kind of baiting, hoping they can get a kill somewhere, hoping they can find an opportunity to enter. And it's a minute left and they have control of nothing. You see Bullet still contesting the entry. FaZe gets a kill now. They finally do get the vase wall open, but NIP doesn't have a lot of control. They have a control of Sunrise, but you can see that a lot of their players are still outside the map with only a minute left. Like they've been outside for 2 minutes. But that also says a lot about what you can do on Coastline. Only having one person in the building with a minute left, that's viable. You can bait a lot on Coastline. You can open up a lot of windows and just kind of work for kills, work for picks, find out where you can get in from and try to go in from there. And that's what you've seen NIP doing for the first 2 minutes of the round. Finally getting to Aqua Balk, 2.5 minutes in. Giving up on that one. But FaZe does a really good job of contesting all of the entries, clearing all their drones. And I see NIP just trying to face check things and push in without drones, which actually works because they all do it together. Except for the fact that Cyber kills the guy with the diffuser. So everything was good until Cyber killed the guy with the diffuser. And it goes from a 3v1 to a 2v1. No, that's a 1v1, sorry. The score was so delayed. But I think some good notes to take out of that is NIP all pushed at the exact same time to try and recover the round. Even though they had no info and no control, they all pushed at the same time, which led them to almost winning the round. Really unfortunate the diffuser wasn't with the main part of the push, which is the Hookah side. Because if it was, they 100% win that round. But Cyber is on an absolute tear. He just, you cannot kill this guy in a gunfight. So NIP really just has to find another way to kill Cyber there. Before they have to all take gunfights with him because he's just the best. Kamikaze gets one. He did get one over there. But having that 1v2 on that side was really unfortunate because you see this pinch on Hookah. It went so well until right there when they lost the bomb. They know one security. They know the smoke is sight, but they don't know about the court player. And honestly, at this point, NIP has kind of slowed down too much that they don't even really know what's going on. So that kitchen window player gets killed. This, massive. If Muzi doesn't die here, NIP win the round. Or sorry, FaZe win the round. But because he kills him like that, because he kills that kitchen window presence, he knows that he's safe on the backside. He only has to focus service. And then the push through lobby fails. They get smoked by the security and the courtyard guy. And then FaZe or NIP actually lose the 5v3. So things that we can take away from that round from FaZe is that when you're in this position of a 3v5, but you still have control of site, you don't have to really make big plays to win the round. The only big play that had to be made was taking the one-on-one gunfight on the kitchen window player to get rid of the backside pressure, which is what Cameraman just did. So really, Cameraman won the round with this one kill. This one kill is what won them the round right there. Because then you can see Pino's above. The sledge work wasn't ideal. Cameraman could still play pretty loosely. Using his smokes to contest the service. Kills... Wait. Oh no, sorry, that was a Muzi kill. Souls kills Julio, which I don't know where Julio was actually. Julio is here. Okay, so what's going on here is they're trying to pinch the security guy. But they didn't realize that this guy came from court and snuck up into paint. So because this guy's here, they go for this pinch on the security player. The security player kills the backside pressure again. So this is again that 1v1 fight on the backside that relieves the pressure. So now that both the backside players have been killed in those 1v1s, it's now a 3v3, but they know that every other person is left on the front side. At this point, they're face checking. They're not sure where everyone is. He comes into a fight with 2 people that he doesn't realize, loses the gunfight. Pino's got to hop over from the top floor with 8 seconds, and Kamikaze's alone in lobby with the bomb. There's really just no way they win the fight there, so that's the way she goes. Faze wins 7-1 on NIP's map pick, and that was a really exciting match to watch live. It was really cool. Some of the things Faze does in it is kind of like, man, I never thought of that. So you can definitely learn a lot just from watching Pro League, and that's only one map in a best of 5 finals. So taking this one map, taking the information you can kind of extrapolate from it and learn from is a really good way to get better as a player. So watching Pro League, I would definitely recommend, or just watch my expert analyses on these videos to kind of learn a thing or two. So that's kind of what I took out of it in terms of things that you can do in a team environment, individually, while solo queuing, duo queuing, kind of just extra things you can add to your own gameplay to get better as a player, to rank up. If you play competitive, to perform better in your competitive games. But yeah, that's Coastline. I might do some more videos on the finals between NIP and Faze. We'll see. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you learned something. If you have any recommendations on what kind of videos you want to see, let me know in the comments. And thank you. Have a great evening, and bye-bye.